Hello, my loves. Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl, Nath Hughes here, and it's Tuesday at 1:30 in the morning, but this is going to count as my video for Monday. I was going to do a completely different video on a completely different topic, but then some really heartbreaking stuff happened to someone that I care deeply for. So instead of pouring energy into my reading, I had some spiritual work and prayer and just, really important stuff that I had to do to support a loved one. And even though the video that I planned for today was super fun and lighthearted, we're probably going to do it tomorrow. This energy still feels a little bit heavy for me, and I might cry, so why not tap into some messages from the ancestors? What do you need to hear right now? We all probably need to just be connected with some energy of support and love. So yeah, also this is live, but if you guys are tuning in live, you will see that I have the live chat cut off, even though I love you guys dearly and I love connecting with you guys between the piles. I just do not have the capacity right now to do anything more than the bare minimum. So I'm showing up because I said that I would do one reading a day, and word to Mariah Carey, I'm gonna do the best that I can with what I got. Okay, so we're tapping into what do you need to hear right now. We're receiving messages from your ancestors. So if you have a specific ancestor in mind that you want to call on, you might want to bring them to your mind right now. Or if you just want general messages, then we can tap into that as well, okay? Well, I mean, it'll be, whatever comes through. But, if you have a specific ancestor in mind, then maybe they'll guide you to a specific pile. You know what I'm saying? All right, there's 3 piles on the screen. I am doing this live. The second that I get off of live stream, the timestamps will be updated and in the description box. All right, my loves, let's get into it now with pile number 1. Hello, my beautiful pile number 1s. How are you doing, my babies? I hope you're doing well. Let's tap into your ancestors' energy. We're receiving some messages. I just heard this gospel song that says, Jesus will work it out. Okay, so some of you are having an experience where you have bills, you don't know how they're going to get paid, you have responsibilities, some of you have things going on for your kids, you're just in a position where you don't really know how you're going to make ends meet or how you're going to reach your next goal. You don't know if you're going to be okay. The first thing that's coming through from your ancestors is Jesus will work it out. They will work it out. You are being taken care of and you are being supported. Tapping into the energy of pile number 1 and their ancestors. What message do you have for pile number 1? What message do you have for pile number 1? We have brilliant idea. This is too much. positive energy, set your sights higher, break free, time to move on, claircognizance. Give me a second to just tap into this energy. You're in a period of transition, going from one old experience to the new. We have break free and then time to move on right next to each other. Break free says try different ventures and experiences as a way to grow and learn. Time to move on says it's time to let go of the old and worn out so that the new can come in. I see that you're in a period of transition, okay? You're going from one life experience to the next, and you're incredibly sensitive right now. I talk about this a lot, but it's really super important for you, okay? You cannot be allowing anything to access your energy, letting just anything access your energy at this time. And what that means is this is a time that you need to be putting on your gospel music. This is the time that you need to be singing out loud and speaking to God and speaking to your ancestors. This is a time, some of you have a comfort television show. Maybe it's New Girl, maybe it's The Office, maybe it's Gilmore Girls, maybe it's the Bernie Mac show, maybe it's the Scooby-Doo show. I don't know what it is. If you have a comfort television show, you have a comfort movie, you have a comfort something that makes you feel safe and secure and warm and fuzzy inside, that's what needs to be put on, okay? Watching movies with a lot of gore. They're showing me like The Walking Dead, okay? Watching movies about war, watching movies about fighting, watching content about negativity and drama. That's not going to help you. Okay. Some of you watch certain general readers or just readers in general online. No offense or nothing against them. But if they're constantly talking about this is what the negative person is doing, this is the spell work being done against you, you need to protect it's too much. You don't need that right now. They got you. They got your back. You're safe and secure. That's not helping you. That's hindering you. So when our nervous systems get activated and you're feeling unsafe right now, the reason why you're feeling unsafe and the reason why your nervous system feels so like sensitive, okay? You might be experiencing anxiety. You might be feeling like it's difficult to go to sleep. You might be experiencing anxiety when you're going to bed at night. That's because number one, you're incredibly sensitive. And number two, you're in an incredibly sensitive just time energetically, okay? They're saying right now you're porous. They're saying at certain different times of your journey, you're more porous. And the reason why you're porous right now is because you're open and you're receiving messages. You're getting downloads from your spirits. They're saying not just your ancestral spirits, but whatever spirits you work with. Okay, maybe you work with saints, you work with different deities, you work with different goddesses. Some of you are working with Orishas. I'm hearing Ifa. Some of you are just working with different energies and entities, and you are receiving downloads. You are receiving understanding. And so you are you've purposefully been put in this porous position because the spirits on the other side are talking to you and they're helping you and they're supporting you and they're guiding you and they're leveling you up. They're showing me like an upgrade. Okay. Right now you're a computer and you're going through an upgrade. And while there would normally be certain security measures that are put in place that are always on lock, maybe you can, watch a scary movie every once in a while or religiously and be okay. Right now, as this computer is being upgraded, certain security measures are being opened up so that things can be shifted and things can be changed and systems that are no longer working for you can be upgraded. In other words, you're at a very fragile place right now. That means everything cannot be getting into your energy. If you're scrolling TikTok and scrolling the Instagram reels and the YouTube shorts for hours and hours on end, and then you get to the end of the day and it's time to go to bed and you say, why am I feeling like this? Why am I so anxious? It's because you are more porous than you normally are at this time, and you're taking in all of that energy. Okay. So the other person's issues, the person that you're watching on the screen, their fears, the person that you're watching on the screen, their unsupportive thoughts and beliefs, the energies that they're in, the energies that are being depicted in the scenes that you're watching, you are extra sensitive to those energies at this time, okay? So they're saying you got to be a little bit strict with yourself. We know it can feel a little bit like your mom is saying, hey, pile number one needs to come inside the house. She can't play right now. It might feel a little bit like you're grounded. It might feel a little bit like you're on punishment. You know what I mean? And it's like, we're sorry, but we're not sorry, because you need this upgrade, because you are moving into a next level, because you are leveling up. You are leveling up financially. You are leveling up in your career. We have brilliant idea here. So you're receiving brilliant creative ideas, $1,000,000 ideas, ideas for new businesses, ideas for marketing in your current business, ideas for projects and things that you want to propose in your own business. You are open and you are receiving these amazing ideas right now. And you need to be sorry. I just had to take a minute. Whew, okay. You're receiving these brilliant ideas and you're going to be acting on those ideas. But the point is that you're sensitive right now. You're going to be receiving the ideas that you need to get you to your next level. You are leveling up. This is a period of isolation, okay? It might be a period of isolating from your friends for a little bit, okay? This does not necessarily mean you're ending friendships. This does not necessarily mean that you're ghosting people. You might let people know, hey, I'm having a sensitive moment right now. Hey, I need a little bit of time right now. I need a little bit of space right now. I love you. It's nothing to do with you. I'm just super sensitive right now. I need to go into hermit mode. I need to take care of myself. I need to they're showing me pruning, like how a bird prunes its feathers. They're showing me like animals, certain animals that when they're going through certain seasons and they retreat, like certain animals when they're pregnant and they go into hiding, or like animals when they're pregnant and they're getting ready to give birth, and so they go into retreat. They I can't think of any real examples, so I'm hoping that this is real. You'll have to comment in the comment section and let me know if you know of real animals that do this. I think it's real, but I don't know. They're showing me animals that are pregnant and getting ready to give birth, and then they go away and they retreat and they go within themselves, and they just need to be alone, and they need a little bit of space because they're connecting with their own spirit, and they're connecting with, their own like puppy ancestors or whatever, their own internal knowing, okay? Right now, you are having access to divine knowledge and wisdom and understanding. And we want you to take advantage of that. We want you to soak in that. We want you to relish in that. And be aware of how other people's energies can influence you. This doesn't mean other people are bad. This doesn't mean other people are unworthy. This means everybody's energy does not need to interact with yours right now because you're incredibly porous, okay? Nobody has to be a bad person. Nobody has to be a villain. Nobody has to be evil. It's not about evil eye. It's none of that stuff. Okay, it's just that you're extra sensitive right now. You need to be tuned in, tapped, and turned on to your spirit team. Okay, you could be in a position where you've been feeling more like, I don't really want to talk to anybody but my ancestors right now. I don't really want to talk to anybody but my spirits right now. I don't really want to be in large groups right now. I don't really want to be around a lot of people right now. They're like, this is okay. It's okay to just retreat for a little bit. It's okay to come and hang out with us for a little bit. It's okay for us to talk with you for a little bit and for us to speak life into you and for us to connect with you. Okay? Increase your standards and expect more for yourself. Don't settle. Clear cognizance. Pay attention to thoughts and ideas as they come to you, as they are answered prayers. We've got this idea thing twice. Okay, as you are sitting, tapping into that, somebody here, you really need to put that gospel music on. Okay, you really need to put that gospel music on and you need to sing out loud. It's not American Idol. Nobody is judging you. Okay, you need to put that gospel music on and you need to sing out loud because it's going to be connecting. It's going to be opening up your throat chakra. It's going to be opening up your heart chakra. It's going to be opening up your solar plexus. It's also going to be connecting your third eye and your crown. Like, you are going to be lit up when you are singing, when you are moving your body, and when you are talking out loud. Okay, you don't have to just sit there and cry in silence. Talk to us because we're here and we're listening and we're here to support you and help you, and you are breaking free. Some of you feel like you're in a position where you're like, what's going on? I thought that I overcame this. I thought that I moved on from this. What is happening right now? Why am I back in this position? Why is this old thing coming up? They're like, this is the last. Okay, this is the last of it. This is the final. This is it. So get focused and remember your training, basically. Remember what you've learned. Remember what you've learned. Do not forget, just because things are going on with bills or with work or with stress or in your relationship or different things like that. Don't get caught up in that fear and what it looks like in the physical realm and that feeling of overwhelm. When you find yourself feeling overwhelmed and you find yourself feeling anxious, you need to put that gospel music on and you need to sing. It doesn't have to be the slow gospel music that makes you cry. It can be the high upbeat gospel music. Okay, you can be dancing around your house with a tambourine. Sometimes they're saying you need to praise your way out of this situation. Okay, sometimes you have to praise the devil out of your house. Sometimes you have to praise the devil out of your finances. Sometimes you have to praise the devil out of your living environment. You have to praise the devil out of your relationship. Okay, and I'm not saying praise the devil. I'm saying you have to praise God in a way that pushes and repels the devil. Okay? If you feel like you're dealing with spiritual attacks, I'm not seeing you experiencing spiritual attacks from another person, from another human being. Okay? But I am seeing you just dealing with lower vibrational energies and entities. You're going to praise them away. Okay? Think about vibrations. Lower vibrational energies and entities can only thrive in a lower vibration. Two vibrations cannot exist at the same time. We cannot hold two vibrations at the same time. So if you have a house that is filled with the Holy Ghost, if you have a house that is filled with the Spirit of Christ, I'm not talking about you opened up your Bible and you read a verse that you don't even believe in, that you don't even really connect with. I'm talking about you put in some energy that makes you feel connected to the Most High God, and you are singing and you are moving around your house and you are connecting with the Holy Spirit. That's the energy that I'm talking about. Okay, that's the energy that's going to move shit. That's the kind of energy that the devil, lower vibrational energies and entities, demons, they cannot exist in that space. You call on the Holy Spirit. You call on God. You call on Jesus. You call on your ancestors, and you get tuned in, tapped in, turned on to that high frequency. You call on Archangel Michael. We have Archangel Uriel twice here. Archangel Uriel with the brilliant idea, and then Archangel Uriel with claircognizance. Okay? So you might want to look up Archangel Uriel. Uriel. You might want to start working with him. Okay? Get a candle. You can't find an Archangel Uriel candle? Get a white candle. Connect with that spirit. Call on the archangels. Call on God. For some of you, you need to keep a candle lit in your house for a little bit, okay? You need to keep a candle lit in your house for a little bit, especially while this energy is porous. just a protection candle, just a high vibrational candle, just a connecting with the archangels candle, just an ancestral offering candle. You need to keep a candle lit for the next couple of days. They're saying the next couple of months. I mean, I was trying to say weeks, but maybe months. Maybe until Mercury moves direct out of its retrograde. It's currently retrograde in the sign of Leo right now. Okay, so you might want to look up those dates. I don't know them for sure, but that's just ballpark. Always listen to your own intuition. But you need to be prayed up right now. And it's not because, oh, you should be afraid. Oh, there's dangerous things that are lurking. It's just because you have to be very particular with your focus at this time. Because you're porous, okay? You're like a sponge. You're super sensitive right now. You're going to soak up energy. This is really good because you're receiving downloads. It's downloads that are going to help you as you are initiated into your next level. I'm telling you, you're rising up. And you just need to make sure, or it would just support you to be in as high a vibe possible, as consistently as possible, so that you can continue easily connecting with your own spirits and receiving the downloads that you need. That's going to help you in this next level. Do you understand what I'm saying? Okay, your psychic gifts are increasing. Some of you guys are claircognizant, right? So you receive thoughts and you receive ideas that are messages from your spirit team. And as your gifts are increasing, you might be feeling, I don't want to say paranoid, but you might be feeling even more anxious. Like it's like energy is moving in your body, first of all. Second of all, your gifts are elevating. You're starting to hear more. You might be experiencing like physical sensations in your body. And so you might be feeling anxious because you're already sensitive. Anxious because now you're hearing these different thoughts. Anxious because now you're receiving messages about certain people that you thought were your friends, that you thought you were going to have around you, but then it turns out you don't need to have them around you. And it's like, what's going on? Who can I trust? Who do I need to be around me? And it's like that can turn into a downward spiral. So it's okay. These fears that you're having, they're normal and they're natural. Just continue connecting with the Holy Spirit. Just continue connecting with your ancestors. Just continue doing things that make you feel safe and secure. Right now, I'm recording this reading. I haven't done this in a really long time, but I have a blanket that's wrapped around me to make me feel safe and secure and grounded. I have been in bed for the most of the day. I woke up feeling like shit, and I woke up just in this kind of like crying, sad mood. And then I moved through the rest of my day, and I don't want to talk about it, but I just see the worst news possible, and that was its own fucking thing. And I am just in a really vulnerable position right now. So I'm sitting here and I have my blanket. They're like, that's what you need to have for yourself right now. Maybe you have a security blanket. Maybe you have a stuffed animal. I don't care if you have to have your stuffed animal in the backpack that you take to work. I don't care if you have to have your stuffed animal in the passenger seat car or in your trunk, or if you have a certain ring. Okay, some of you have certain jewelry and things like that that you got from your ancestors. Maybe you want to use that. Maybe you want to connect with that. Maybe you want to wear that more, okay? Or you just have a certain piece of jewelry that makes you feel safe and secure, and it reminds you that you're a child of God and you're loved and you're taken care of and you're okay. But use that and connect with that. And they're saying, we're here for you. And they're saying, we got you. And they're saying, if you, instead of taking that moment to stress and be worried and be afraid, take a second to connect with God. Even if you're scared, Abraham Hicks talks about this. You don't need to go from fear to empowered. You don't need to go from the bottom of the emotional guidance scale, feeling the worst feelings imaginable, to jumping straight to empowerment and love, which are the highest vibrations, the best feeling emotions. You're not gonna have that drastic jump. And so Abraham Hicks teaches to reach to the next best feeling thought. If I can just feel a little bit better, if I can just think of thought that feels a little bit better. So if I'm stressing about a bill, or I'm afraid because of my money and my finances, or I'm afraid because of my career, maybe the next best feeling thought is to pray about it. Instead of stressing about what am I going to do and this is the due date, maybe the next best feeling action is to open it up and connect with God. Father God, I need you to come here right now. Just fill this room and fill this space, please. And help me out right now, because I'm scared of this, and I'm scared of this, and I'm scared of this. And I know that I'm your child, and I know that you love me. And I want to believe, and I want to have strong conviction that you do love me. So please help me to see things differently. And put on that gospel music, and put on those healing frequencies, and have those conversations with God and your angels and your ancestors about your troubles. Maybe that's your next best feeling option. Instead of jumping to, I'm so happy, I got everything is okay. That jump might feel a little bit too drastic, and that's going to be a hard vibration for you to hold. So just reach for that next better feeling thought. And then after you've talked to God about it and you've moved through and you start feeling a little bit better, then maybe you put on some gospel music that makes you feel even more supported. Maybe something that's a little bit uplifting. Maybe you do a meditation, right? There's a million different ways to do it. Okay, let's see. Tell me just a little bit about my pile number ones, what they're moving into right now, this next level. Do you guys want to talk about this pile number one's next level or no? We got the 8 of Wands, the 6 of Wands, and the 10 of Swords with the 10 of Wands. Tell me just a little bit more, please. Justice. This is signing new contracts. Ooh, baby. We got the Ace of Pentacles, the Knight of Wands, and the King of Wands. Okay. With the Moon at the bottom of the deck. You don't know it yet. You don't see it yet. But you're about to win in a major way. Okay. You don't know it yet. You don't see it yet. But you're about to receive some really amazing, like, creative ideas and solutions to problems. I see you stepping into a position of leadership. I see you receiving, like, opportunities. Okay, this is a new job. This is a new client. This is signing on new contracts. Things that are going to take you from the 6 of Wands to the King of Wands. So maybe you were having an experience where it was like, oh yeah, I'm succeeding, like I'm being seen and I'm making money, or I've got a good career, blah, blah, blah. But now you're about to level up where you're being seen as the leader, as the go-to person. You're leveling up. It's like, I don't know how to describe it. Like, I don't know. They're telling me the minor leagues versus the major leagues. I don't know anything about baseball. Well, I mean, baseball is my favorite sport, but I don't know anything of the technicalities, okay? But what I'm interpreting from what they're telling me is that, like, there's a such thing. The message that I'm getting is that it's almost as if you had an experience where you were known in the minor leagues, okay? You were known in a small group of people. You were known in your company. You were known in, in your company or on your team, whatever. Now you're about to have an experience where you're going into, like, the major leagues, and it's an even larger platform. So you had a sort of success before, but you're about to have a bigger success than you've ever had before in your life, where more people are going to know you, more people are going to be referring to you, more people are going to be paying you, more people are going to be seeking you out. Like, you're experiencing a major, major, major up level. And what did I say at the beginning of your reading? You're leveling up in your finances. Jesus is going to work it out. The Ace of Pentacles is an opportunity, a physical opportunity being presented to you by the divine, a monetary opportunity being presented to you by the divine. Justice, this is contracts, this is promises, this is God fulfilling his promises, and new clients and new customers and new job opportunities and new contracts being signed that puts you in a position of being seen and known and respected for your creative gifts and talents. For those of you that are wanting to travel for work, or you want work to somehow be a part, you want travel to somehow be a part of your work, that's going to be happening for you, okay? It's all coming in for you. And right now you're laying the foundations. It doesn't matter what it looks like. This is what is happening behind the scenes. They're saying, we do have your back. Shit is moving out for you. Things are aligning for you. We are hearing your prayers. Shit is moving for you. So just continue doing what you're doing. Continue being like particular about the energy that you surround yourself with. Continue doing things that make you feel safe and secure, and just cutting out shit that does not help you. You're too sensitive right now, okay? And with that being said, that's all I got for you, pile number 3. You want more help? You should check out the free resource library. It has manifestation and mindset tools in it. It's linked in the description box. I love you lots, and let's move on to pile number 3. I mean, 2. Oh my goodness. Hello, pile number 2. How are you guys doing? Thank you so much to the ancestors. We are tapping into what do you need to hear right now, okay? We're getting messages from your ancestors. All right, tapping into pile number 2's energy. Be sure to like this video if you haven't already. Tapping into pile number 2's energy. Calling on their ancestors. What do you have to say? Dog close up. Pleasure with a close friend. Cup. You should accept valid criticism. Okay, what do you have to say to my pile number 2's? What do you have to say? You'll be receiving or giving a precious gift, Diamond. What do you have to say, May? Well, what is this? You should accept April. Oh my God, somebody's definitely born in the spring, or the spring is relevant. Nest, an emotionally secure, loving family is important to you. This is about marriage, the world. Oh, baby. Pile number 2, we have the Hanged Man at the bottom of the deck. My love, you are worthy of love. Dog close up. What I'm getting is that this is for someone who grew up in a household that was very critical, okay? Could have been both of your parents, could have been one. I'm getting a mother energy. You grew up in a household where you were constantly experiencing criticism. You weren't good enough. Nothing you did was good enough. Or your parent was constantly talking about your body. People in your family could have been talking to you about your body, making comments about your weight or your behavior, okay? Some of you guys are neurodivergent. Okay, some of you guys have ADHD, and people made comments about how hyper you are, or you talk a lot, or you're too loud, or different things like that. It could have been all of these things. And so with the claw, you started to close yourself off, and you wanted to hide yourself from the world. I know this from experience. How many of us are or have been the fat girls that only wore big t-shirts because we didn't want to wear form-fitting clothes, because we didn't feel good enough in our body and we were just trying to hide? That's the energy that I'm getting. When I was in high school, I did not look at my body in the mirror. And when I did, it was nothing positive. Like, I remember being a freshman in high school and looking at my body in the mirror. And I lived in my grandparents' house, and they had a mirror on the wall in the hallway. And I was looking at my body in this kind of full-length mirror, and I turned to the side, and I was just like feeling so unworthy of love. And then as time went on, like, you know, as I continued going through school, I just at some point just like stopped looking at my body in the mirror for a really long time. Like, I avoided it. Anyway, so I feel like that could be something that resonates with you, where if it's not your body, the bottom line is there's something about you, or there's some things about you. They're singing the song Little Things by One Direction, and now I'm really gonna cry. Some of you need to go and like listen to that song. They're saying from the song, you'll never love yourself half as much as I love you. You'll never treat yourself right, darling, but I want you to. If I let you know I'm here for you, maybe you'll love yourself like I love you. I am crying. So number one, your ancestors are saying, stop being mean to my favorite granddaughter, my favorite great-granddaughter, my favorite niece, my favorite great niece. Stop being mean to her. Stop criticizing her body. Stop telling her she's not good enough. Because I love her and I think she's beautiful. And her soul chose those features before she incarnated on planet Earth. And it's not an accident. And just because you don't see it in a stupid fucking magazine that is created and paid for by white supremacist ideology does not mean that she deserves to be treated bad, and does not mean that she deserves to not be loved. They are so tired of you not allowing yourself to be fucking loved. They're like, who cares? The problems on your body, the scars on your body, the things about you that you just feel like are so imperfect. They're like, who fucking cares? I adore you. Not only do they love you so deeply, there is a relationship. We have diamond. You will be receiving or giving a precious gift. There is a commitment that is coming in, and they're singing Ariana Grande. I think it's called POV, point of view. She says, I want to love me the way that you love me. For all of my ugly. Is that what she says? And all of my, baby, I don't know the lyrics. She says, I love to see me from your point of view. So go listen to the song, okay? There is a soulmate. There is a man coming into your life, or that is in your life, that you are connecting with, that is going to love you in the way that your ancestors love you. And you are having this moment. They're showing me, oh my God, I know the internet makes fun of it, but you guys know that scene from the Tyler Perry movie where the daughter is yelling at her mother and she's like, this man wants to love me, and because of you, I can't let him. You know, like, maybe you need to go watch that movie or that scene, or maybe you're just going to remember it and that's going to mean something for you. Like, you guys need to have that moment. I don't mean you have to get into a fight with your mom. I just mean internally you need to have that moment. She didn't love herself. Your mother didn't accept herself, or your mother didn't love you. Your mother didn't accept you. Your siblings, aunts, uncles, nieces, playmates at school, people on the playground. I don't know, girl. People didn't accept you and love you, and because of that, you closed yourself off. You closed yourself off from being loved. And with this dog close up, whenever I see dog, I'm gonna think of loyalty. Not only are your ancestors loyal to you, but you have a man in your life that is loyal to you, or you're about to have a man in your life that is loyal to you. Some of you guys are getting married in the spring or during a warm time. Some of you guys are about to get proposed to in the spring or during a warm time, okay? This is timeless. Right now it's summer, but you might be watching this in May or April or, you know, whatever. An emotionally secure, loving family is important to you. You loving yourself and you allowing yourself to be loved is so much bigger than a beauty standard, right? I'm not the average girl from your video. Baby, India Irie, I'm sorry, I don't know the lyrics to that song, but go look it up. You might not be the standard, or you might be so close to being the standard, but you're focusing on these flaws and all of this stuff. It's not about whether or not you fit the standard. It's not about whether or not you're neurotypical. It's not about whether or not you can fit in with other people. It's about your capacity to break that chain and to end that cycle of mothers passing on self-hatred to their daughters. We want to see you be the one who breaks that cycle of looking at your beautiful, normal, natural, ethnic, black, indigenous features and feeling like that's not good enough. Everybody in the world, this is a 2.5, and if you're not a Black American, you may not agree, and that's okay. Everybody in the world wants to be Black. Everybody in the world wants to be like you. A year ago, there was a French student exchange. There were 2 French student exchange students here. And they liked rap music. One of them really likes rap music. And at first I thought it was really funny, you know. We're driving the car. He's like, can we play some 21 Savage? I'm like, well, you can have about one 21 Savage song. And if we're going to listen to rap, we're going to listen to Jay-Z. And that's all I got for you. But that's not the point. The point is, we follow each other on Instagram. No shade to the young man. He's a total sweetheart. Love him so much. But we follow each other on Instagram. And in the pictures he posts, tell me why this 19, 20-year-old French kid is sagging in his pictures. He is in a fucking French chateau. You're in a fucking marble from the floor to the ceilings, bitch. You're in an expensive home. You're not on vacation. You live here. But you're dressed like a young nigga from Chicago. The things that we go through, the things that we have gone through, the things that we have overcome, the shit that we're still dealing with today. And there are people born into money, born into the situations that people like us, people that come from poverty, would kill for. People like us that have done things that we aren't proud of, have ended up in jail and all of these other things in order to get ahead, in order to break out of the systemic oppression that we were born into, would do anything to be living in a motherfucking French chateau in Paris. Oh my God. They want to be like you. They want to be like you. From the hood. With your black features. Your black skin. Your big ass nose. Your lips. I won't make a comment about filler, but I guess I just did. No further comments. Your cheekbones. I don't listen to all K-pop artists ever. But I don't think that K-pop artists have Carrie Underwood's ass on the mood board. I just heard a song on Instagram. It was like a trending audio on a reel. I believe it's a K-pop artist. I don't know. In the song, it's like, it's Jenny. I'm Jenny. I'm sorry, I'm not making fun of her. I don't remember what she's saying, but she's basically saying like, I'm Jenny. My name is Jenny. Baby. That song literally sounds like My House by Beyonce. Is it word for word, bar for bar? No, but it's close enough. If you know both songs that I'm talking about, listen to them back to back. Your blackness, your creativity is on the motherfucking mood board. And every single time I feel insecure about myself or insecure about my body or insecure about bop, my ancestors are like, you know what? You want to be a different person? I'll give you a great example. I was at the gym and there's a beautiful woman in my gym. She has, oh my God, she has the biggest butt in the world. And I love her figure. I think she's so beautiful, right? And I kind of felt a little bit jealous Because even though I work out and build muscle and my butt is getting bigger because I'm building muscle, I am not shaped like her. I'll never be shaped like her. And I felt myself being a little bit jealous. And then I realized my ancestors are like, you can have her body, but you can't have us. If you wanted to wake up and be that girl, I'm not talking about like, oh, I'm going to do magic and I'm going to switch her souls or something. It's not really a Freaky Friday. It's just to make a point, right? You can have her body, but her DNA comes with her body. Her ancestors come with her body, which I'm sure that they're fabulous and amazing. But I wouldn't trade my ancestors for a motherfucking thing. There's no amount of ass fat on planet Earth that could ever convince me to give up what I have and my rich history and the things that we can do, the things that we are doing, the things that we have done. There's power in that. There's power in us. I love us and I'm proud of us. You want to be somebody else? Then you would have to be somebody else. But you don't want their spirits and you don't want their culture. Not because their culture is bad, not because their spirits are bad. It's not about good, bad, whatever. It's about loving who you are and liking who you are. I'm going to love, honor, and accept my body, and I'm going to have the best version of this body that is a reflection of my soul's highest expression. When I think about my soul, do I really think about that woman at the gym's body type? No, I don't. Even though her body type is gorgeous, 10 out of 10 would recommend. I love it. I think it's fabulous. 10 out of 10. No notes. But is there only one standard of beauty? Absolutely not. I don't just like my body. I like where I come from. I like who we are. I like our values. I like our history. I like our stories. It's not just physical features. It's survival. It's not just what you look like. It's what you've been through. It's about the fact that if white supremacist ideology had its way, you wouldn't be here today. If white supremacist ideology had its way, your ass wouldn't be free today. You get to wake up every single motherfucking day black and free. You get to wake up every single motherfucking day indigenous and free. Free enough to be on an internet where you get to listen to shit like this and get love poured into you from your ancestors. That's free enough to change your life. That's free enough to elevate. That's free enough to build generational wealth. That's free enough to do something. That's free enough to serve yourself and serve your community and serve your motherfucking family. You look at your features and you say, I wish I looked like XYZ made up beauty standard that was created by a racist? Really? When you look at yourself in the mirror, you should be seeing a survivor. Not just one, but many. What does Beyonce say in the song Protector? There's a long line of hands carrying your name, lifting you up so you would be raised. There's beauty in your history. There's beauty in your family. And you can see it on your skin. And you can see it in your features. I look at myself in the mirror, and sometimes I see my grandfather, and sometimes I see my father, because they both have the same face, and I also have that face. But then other times, I look at a picture of my great grandmother on my mother's side, my mother's mother's mother. She had a round face, humongous cheeks, just like me. It is so beautiful. It is sacred. You are sacred. Stop being mean to my girl. Stop being mean to this beautiful creation from the Most High God. Stop putting her down. Do you know what her grandmother and her great-grandmother had to fight to get through? If your ancestors were enslaved and your families were torn apart, those features are the only thing that you have communicating to you who you are and where you come from and who you come from. That is so beautiful. You are so beautiful. It is so much deeper than a like on Instagram. It is so much deeper than a Vogue photo shoot. You are the result of hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years of people that looked like you and acted eerily similar to the way that you do. And that is beautiful. So the message from your ancestors is that with the hanged man at the bottom of the deck, you need to start seeing yourself differently. You need a self-love practice that is rooted in the truth that you are a survivor. What a privilege to be alive right now. What a privilege to look how you look right now. What a privilege to not have fillers in your face that are migrating past the boundaries of your lips right now. I'm sorry if you're listening to this and you have filler. It is the truth of how I feel. No tea, no shade, no pink lemonade. What a privilege to have the cheekbones that you have. I feel like the fucking Red Riding Hood. Oh, what beautiful cheeks you have, Grandma. Oh, what large cheeks you have, Grandma. Oh, what naturally large lips you have, Grandma. Oh, what a beautiful prominent nose you have, Grandma. Whatever culture you're coming from, there's somebody that wishes they could be you. There's somebody who is praying that you will share your secrets and your beauty regimens and your culture with them so that they can profit off of it and make it the next big motherfucking thing. It's just not cool when you do it. And it's really time to say, fuck that. You are beautiful and you are special and you are unique. And there is only one you. There might be somebody on planet Earth with a similar body shape. There might be somebody on planet Earth with a similar degree. There might be someone on planet Earth with a similar level of expertise, but there is nobody on planet Earth that has the same family history as you. Unless you have siblings. And then, like, I guess, yeah. But if you're like me, I'm technically an only child. There's nobody else on planet Earth that has your ancestors, your combination, your energy. It's special. It can't be bought. It can't be taught. It's in you and not on you. There's a resilience, an ability to survive and to be creative and innovative that's in you and not on you. Means you can't get it injected into you. And I'm not just talking about the lip fillers. You can't get that surgically modified inside of you. The power to persevere, the power to adapt, the power to overcome, the power to survive. The power to live in a world that has given you less than nothing and to then turn around and create masterpieces that is in you, not on you. Self-tanner can't do that. No tea, no shade. Speaking with African American vernacular can't do that. Pulling your pants underneath your ass can't do that. It's not a look. It's in your DNA. So you better cherish you. They can imitate it. They cannot duplicate it. And what nobody is telling you is that they really, really wish that they could. They really, really, really wish that they could. They've been trying for a very long time, unsuccessfully. I can't say that because that's petty. So let's focus just a little bit more because we're almost done with this. On this love connection that's coming in. And if you're listening to this and you have the filler and the implants and the D, don't comment talking shit to me because I'm just going to hide your comment. I'm sorry. I wasn't saying it to be hurtful. I wasn't saying it to be rude. I wasn't saying it to put you down. I wasn't saying it to say that you're unworthy of love. I wasn't saying it to say that you don't deserve happiness. I was saying what I was receiving. And also a little bit of my opinion. And also, that's okay. And also, you don't have to fucking like it. And also, you do know that nobody should have a weapon pointed at you, forcing you to listen to this shit, right? Because I don't. You know what I'm saying? Click off. All right. Let's tap in here. At the end of the day, as much as I love all people, and I do this for women all around the world, from one black woman to another, you're always going to be my number one priority, okay? And that's just real shit, and I don't give a fuck either. Six of Cups, the Star, that's healing your inner child. Ace of Cups, I'm telling you, this love is coming in, y'all. I'm telling you, I'm not going. That's how y'all need to be. That's how y'all need to be in the mirror. No, 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 no way. No, no, no. There's no way. I'm not living without you. I don't want to be free. You need to be singing that song to yourself in the fucking mirror. And you, and you, and you're going to love me. Okay? That's a self-love binding spell right there. I have chills in my body. I'm joking, but I have chills. I'm not going. Okay? You're gonna fucking love me. There's somebody here who wants to be a model. You're feeling discouraged because of what's happening with plus size models and ba. Hell no. And you, and you, and you're gonna love me. Whether it's a fashion brand, a modeling agency, a talent scout, and you, and you, and you're gonna love me. I know it's incredibly popular and like trendy lately to be like fucking skinny and like all that bullshit. And you, and you, and you're gonna love my big fat ass. I don't care. I don't care. That's the type of shit you need to be on, pound number 2. And you, and you, and you're gonna love me. You're gonna pay me. I'm not going anywhere. I'm not gonna change who I am in order to be loved and liked by you. You're gonna take what the fuck God gave me. I'm gonna do the best that I can with what I got. And boy, do I got a lot. Amen. Amen. Literally the star card, on the star card, I'm using, well, this isn't the traditional tarot, but this is like a tarot that's similar to the traditional tarot. And anyway, in the traditional tarot, the star card lady, she's naked. You know what I'm saying? We got the Hierophant. This is marriage. We got the Hanged Man again. This is being willing to see things differently. This is having an awakening. This is shifting. The Hierophant is marriage. The Hierophant is commitment. Shut the fuck up. We got the Strength card. How many major arcana? Take a shot every single time I mention a major arcana. The Star, shot. The Hierophant, shot. The Hanged Man, double shot. Strength card, triple shot. You should be fucked up right now. Everybody in the club getting tipsy. Look at all this major change that's coming in for you. You have the power to love yourself. You have the power and the resources and the authority and the support to love yourself more than any woman or human being has ever loved themselves in your family. We want you to love yourself and we want you to honor yourself so that you can actually receive this amazing love that's available to you. We have Diamond. This is somebody that's coming into your life that's going to give to you, that's going to spoil you, that's going to be so incredibly generous with you. And pound number 2, you better not. You better not be like those stupid women in those books. You know the ones where I'm talking about, where you're reading the book and it's like the average girl from like a small town or whatever, and then like the main like love interest is like a billionaire. He has like so much money. She's like, oh no, like I can't spend your money. I can't receive. Oh no, this is just too nice for me. Your ancestors are like, you better cut that shit out. Because I was in the spiritual navigating the fuck out of this deal. You better cut that shit out. And you better receive those diamonds. You better receive that fucking money. You need to love yourself so that you can receive the goodness that is coming in for you. So you're not going, oh no, I can't. Oh no, I only can do it with the lights off. Oh no, I have to keep my shirt on. Desnúdate. Get naked. Get naked. With the lights on. Spread eagle. That's crazy. Spread eagle is insane. Real shit. Real shit. You are your biggest critic. Heal it. Shift it. Fix it. Overcome it. Because you deserve to be loved, and you deserve to be spoiled, and you deserve to be poured into. You want more help with this? Check out the How to Receive course. It is a self-love course. It's not really a focus on the body, but it is a focus on worthiness, learning to feel worthy of good things. And that's what you need to work on. You need to work on feeling worthy of being taken care of, feeling worthy of being spoiled, feeling worthy of being shown up for, feeling worthy of being poured into. Don't be like that stupid lady on that book. Oh no, I can't. I can't receive it. I can. And what's next? Okay? They're like, you need to let this man love you. And you need to act like you've been here before. That means you need to act like you've been loved before. You need to act like you've been spoiled before. You need to act like you've been given princess treatment before. Act like you know that you're worthy. You know what I'm saying? Amen. Okay? Comment down below if this resonated with you and it helped you, because I want to know. Unless you're going to talk shit to me, don't do that, okay? I'm already not having a good time. I'm very sensitive. I'm in my luteal phase. I'm talking myself off the ledge, convincing myself not to crash out as it is. I had a stupid comment on my YouTube. I already blocked one person. Y'all know I like to go off, and I'm not nice. So keep it cute. Thank you. I love you. And I'll talk to you in the next one. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe, okay? And let's move on to pile 3. Hello, my beautiful pile number 3s. Okay, so all of the readings have been longer than anticipated, but the messages have been really good. And I'm really supposed to not be staying up late like this, because I really just fixed my sleep schedule. But it's okay, because I really wanted to get this message out. So we're here. We're tapping into messages from your ancestors. I feel like there's a path that you're being shown. A path that you're afraid to walk down. A path. You're saying, I walk a lonely road. The only road I've ever known. I walk alone. What are the lyrics? Let me know the lyrics if you know them. Some of you guys are walking a path and you feel like you're the only one on this path. You're the only one who gets your specific dream or your specific vision. And your ancestors are coming through. They're saying, we see you. They're saying, we chose you. They're saying, we got you. I got your back, man. From right here. And when they say from right here, they mean they're standing right next to you. And they mean they're standing right behind you. And they mean they're standing on the other side of you. And they mean they're standing right in front of you. And they mean that they're actually up underneath your feet too. And they mean that they're actually covering your head too. I got your back, dog. From right here. Some of you guys feel afraid. You're walking down this unbeaten path. You're doing a new thing. You're a trailblazer. Everybody doesn't get it. Everybody doesn't understand it. Everybody's not on your side. Everybody's not believing in you. They're like, fuck them. I believe in you. I was there for the conception of the vision. When you were in non-physical, when you were a little spirit baby, You said, I'm going to go down to planet Earth and I'm going to do some shit that's never been done before in a way that it's never been done before. I'm going to do some shit in a way that's never been done before. And I'm also going to be doing some shit that's never been done before. And I'm going to need to have a spirit team of powerful ancestors and spirits that are going to have to walk alongside me, because everybody on planet Earth isn't going to get it. And they said, absolutely. Absolutely. I've been joking with my soulmates' ancestors, because there's a scene from The Office. It's a television show. And in the scene from The Office, the television show, there's a character. His name is Dwight. And he's like super like uptight. And he takes his job too seriously. And then there's a character, Jim and Pam. There's two characters, Jim and Pam. And they make fun of Dwight. They play tricks on Dwight. So something is happening. And I'm pretty sure that it's Dwight. Yeah, Dwight goes up to Jim and is like, would you like to form an alliance with me? And Jim is like, absolutely, I do. And he's like playing with Dwight, whatever. And then like it like cuts to Jim having like a private interview being like, if Dwight asks you to form an alliance, you say yes, or something like that. I haven't seen that episode in a long time, but that's the point. So I have this joke with my soulmate's ancestors because I'm the love of his life and the perfect woman for him, right? So I don't want any other women to have him. And his ancestors like me a lot. Obviously, I'm the people's princess. Whose ancestors don't like me? Never mind. Don't answer that question. So I have this joke with them where I'm like, that's basically the joke. Like, would you like to form an alliance with me? And I'm sorry. Sometimes you have to make a backdoor deal. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. So we have this alliance, but it's really a joke. But also, it's kind of like an alliance that was always going to be there because I was always going to be his person and they were always going to like me and like guide him into my life. You know what I mean? So like, it's a joke. Like the alliance was always going to be a thing. It's like I said, would you like to form an alliance with me? They were like, we were always going to do that because that's just how we are. But it's a joke that we have between us. Anyway, you wouldn't get it. You wouldn't understand. Or maybe you would understand. And actually, that is the whole point of this. You wouldn't understand because you did the same thing with your ancestors. So not in a jokey matter. Let's get serious. When you were a spirit baby, you went to your ancestors. You chose your parents. You said, will you form an alliance with me? When I get down there, will you have my back? When I get down there, will you be the eyes in the back of my head? When I get down there, will you help me? Will you protect me? Will you guide me? Will you provide for me? Will you help me be guided to the right people in the right places and the right things that support me and that help me? And they said, absolutely, we will. The message from your ancestors is that you are the only person who forgot about that agreement. We always on our job. How you gonna be the mob? We the motherfucking mob. Word to Tupac. They're always on their job. No days off. No breaks. 24/7. 365. Non-stop. They're like, we always have your back, Buki. We always love you. We always take care of you. We're always looking over you. We're always guiding you and helping you. Whoever chose pile number 3, you have a moment where you feel alone. Like maybe you don't have as many friends as you would want, or you don't have the supportive circle that you want, or they're like, you always have us. Go listen to that song, Ain't No Mountain High Enough. They're showing me one part of the lyrics. I can't remember, but I'm going to look it up really quick. I typically don't do this, but it's a beautiful message, so why not? And the reason why I haven't changed your, the reason I haven't changed to the little ambient background thing is because I'm receiving messages from looking at your picture. So we're going to have to keep it up there. I'm looking. If you need me, this is not the lyric, but this is relevant. If you need me, call me, no matter where you are, no matter how far. Don't worry, baby. Just call my name. I'll be there in a hurry. You don't have to worry. Okay. Hold on. You literally need to listen to the song, okay? Because the lyrics are like, if you ever need a hand, I'll be there on the double just as fast as I can. They're like, I'm here with you, but this is not the right lyric. Okay, hold on. I'm looking for a very specific version. They're like, it's very important. Give me a second. Okay, it's Diana Ross. No matter where you are, no matter how far, just call my name. I'll be there in a hurry. On that you can depend and never worry. You see, my love is alive. It's like a seed that only needs the thought of you to grow. So if you feel the need for company, please, my darling, let it be me. I may not be able to express the depth of the love I feel for you, but a writer put it very nicely. When he was away from the one he loved, he sat down and wrote these words. No wind, no rain, no winter's cold can stop me, babe, if you're my goal. Okay. Okay, this is the part. She says, I know you must follow the sun wherever it leads. But remember, if you should fall short of your desires, remember life holds for you one guarantee. You'll always have me. And if you should miss my lovin' one of these old days, if you should ever miss the arms that used to hold you so close, or the lips that used to touch yours so tenderly, just remember what I told you the day I set you free. And then it goes into the Ain't No Mountain High Enough. So listen to the song Ain't No Mountain High Enough, but it specifically needs to be the Diana Ross version. And at the beginning of this, I said, you guys might want to think of a specific ancestor. And I am kind of getting like a specific ancestor, okay? So for some of you, this is a parent, but I'm also getting a grandparent. Okay, but it doesn't have to be that. But this is an ancestor that you are, that you were close to. That's the energy that I'm getting, okay? There's multiple ancestors. We got the Knight of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles coming out again. Okay, I'm going to get a different deck. So the message that's coming through is that your ancestors are here with you, very physically, okay? You might be feeling upset about the loss of people in your life. Maybe you cut some people off, you ended some relationships, you walked away from some things that maybe you thought were going to be forever, or different things like that. And your ancestors are coming through, and it's like, sometimes shit might be temporary. We got rose, romance is in the air. Sometimes shit might be temporary, but you will always have us. There's no such thing as you not being loved. There's no such thing as you not being accepted. There's no such thing as you not belonging, because you belong right here, period. We have rose, unicorn, hat. You will be playing a different role. Shield. You need to defend yourself. Unicorn. Use your intuition to make beneficial changes. Roses, thorns, protection. Hat, you're playing a different role. Unicorn, you're incredibly unique. Pile 3, this is for someone who's following a soul, their soul's calling. And you're just going down a path that's different. Different than other people, different than people you went to school with, different than what's the norm, different than what you maybe expected as a kid, or getting the energy of someone who kind of always felt left out, who always felt like they didn't fit in, but your ancestors were always there for you. Maybe you felt them, because they're showing me a memory. When I was a little girl, I was by myself a lot. And I used to be by myself in the house, playing with my stuffed animals. And I would feel like presences around me. And sometimes I would get scared of them. But other times, they would just be my imaginary friends. My imaginary friends that I had very detailed interactions with. My imaginary friends that I really played with. I used to, this is a 2.5, but we've got a little bit of time. First of all, I was always going to be the CEO. I was always going to be a boss, because when I was a little girl in elementary school and I used to play imaginary friends, I would be bossing my imaginary friends around. I'm a Capricorn moon with an Aries stellium. The boss bitch is in me, not on me. I was born this way. I used to play a game where I would stand at... Oh my God. Okay, this is kind of embarrassing, but like, it's what happened. So I was in elementary school, and I would play a game which was basically called like choir. Also, I was born to be a director and direct films. Like, let's discuss it. Anyway, so I would play a game called choir, and I would sit at the bottom of my steps, and I would have my stuffed animals placed very strategically. Okay, this is blocking. Okay, for those of us that are thespians, you get this, you understand this. I was doing my blocking. Okay, I was setting the scene. I was getting everybody in the positions that they needed to be in. Right, you get it. The Virgos in the audience, they're nodding. I can feel it. So so I would be at the foot of the stairs, and I would have my stuffed animals on the steps, as many of them as I could get. Like, there were more steps than I had stuffed animals. So I would have my stuffed animals at the bottom of the steps, and I would be, on the steps, oh my God, arranged perfectly. But then I would also have my imaginary friends there, and I would be telling the choir, like, okay, this is how you guys need to stand. This is where you guys need to go. And I would get frustrated with my choir because they were not standing in the places that they needed to stand. Like, oh my God, talk about a boss fucking baby. So I would get upset with my choir because they weren't. Also, I had a similar experience when I was 19 years old in college. That was a manifestation, 20 years in the making, but we're not talking about that right now. So anyway, I would get upset with my imaginary friends and my stuffed animals because they weren't in the right position. They weren't following direction in the right way. And so I would get frustrated and I would yell at them. Like, no, you guys are not doing it right. You need to be doing it like this. You need to be here. Why are you over here when I told you to be over here? You need to be on this step, not on this step. Why are you all the way on that step when you need to be lower on this step? I told you to be lower on this step. Anyway, so I would play games with my imaginary friends because I was alone all the time. Why am I crying? This is the saddest thing I've ever shared. Oh my God, that is so sad. I'm laughing and crying at the same time. That's so funny. But that is also the saddest shit I've ever fucking heard. Oh my God. Oh my God. Excuse me. So I can look back at those experiences now as a pretty experienced psychic medium, and I can go, oh, that was my ancestors and spirit guides. I wasn't playing imaginary friends. I was playing with the spirits in my house. And in those moments when I wasn't scared and it wasn't getting spooky ooky because it felt like something was watching me, they're like, yeah, you needed somebody to be watching you because why the hell were you at home alone, you know? Anyway, so when it wasn't spooky and I was playing with my imaginary friends, I felt connection and I felt love and I felt community. And I can look back at those memories and I can look at my experience with my ancestors today and I can go, wait, that's Jean and them. Oh my God. Not me growing up, going on a spiritual awakening to revert back to what I was doing when I was 6, 7, 8 years old. Like she knew the whole time. She was too detected, turned on. I imagine that when I was 20 to 24, 23, and I used to get really upset and cuss out my ancestors because shit really was not, I felt like shit was not going my way in my business. I would get really frustrated and I would cuss them out. I would apologize afterwards, but I was very angry and upset. I imagine now that my ancestors are like, this is just like when this bitch was 6. Some people never fucking change. I don't cuss them out today. Things are also really going my way. I have better tools now. Sorry to those ancestors. Anyway, what's the point? The point is, I feel like you guys will resonate with that story in some way. Comment down below and tell me if you resonate with that. Like, you had an imaginary friend or multiple imaginary friends, or you used to go outside and play in the forest and talk to the trees and you felt like you had community. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe you played with fairies or different things like that. Like you had friends that you thought were imaginary, but you could also feel like their real presence. And the message coming through is like, they are real and they were real. And you were connecting with your ancestors. You were connecting with your benevolent, supportive spirit team. And just like they were there for you when you were a little girl, when you were a kid, they're also here for you now. You've never been alone. You've never had a moment in your life, a day in your life, a second in your life where you were by yourself, where you weren't being looked after. Even when you were going places that you shouldn't be going. Now I feel like they're just talking to me. I don't know if you guys can relate to that. I was going to parties I shouldn't have been going to. I was going to places I shouldn't have been going to. I was going over people's houses I shouldn't have been going over their motherfucking houses. Just, a little kid, didn't know anything about the dangers of the world. I was every motherfucking where. Oh my God. I think about becoming a mother and having children, and I'm really excited, but also mentally unprepared because they're probably going to be like me. Oh my God, let's not even go there. I don't want to go there. We should never go there. So they're coming through, shield. You need to defend yourself. You've always been shielded. You've always been protected. Even in that moment that you thought maybe you were alone. Even in that moment when you thought maybe you weren't going to make it. Even in that moment when you thought maybe it's not going to go your way. Even in that moment where you thought there's nobody around who has my back. There's nobody in this work environment who cares about me. There's nobody in this company who has my back. You've never been alone. You've never been alone. Your angels, your ancestors, your guides are taking up all the motherfucking room in that goddamn boardroom. That's why it's so fucking stuffy. It's your spirits up in that bitch. Period. Fuck what you heard. Fuck what your fear has to say. It's your ancestors who are around you all of the motherfucking time, looking out for you, taking care of you, protecting and serving you, making sure that you're good. Don't worry about it. I got your back. Don't worry about it. You're okay. You're unique. You're different. Everybody is not going to get it. But we're always going to get you. And we're always going to have your back. And if somebody doesn't like it, and if somebody doesn't fuck with it, then tell them to come fuck with us. Chills when I said that. Do you understand what I'm saying? If somebody does not like it and somebody does not fuck with it, you tell them to come fuck with us. Don't bring that up to me. Go talk to my great-grandma then. Go talk to my great-grandmother and the rest of my family. You don't have to love me. You don't even have to like me. But you will be respectful to me. Because I have an entire motherfucking army that is behind me. That does not fucking play about me. Pound number 3. That's your message. Shielded. They're showing me like the fucking home. You know how when you have like home, what is that called? You know, when you have the alarm system for your home. And they give you the thing to put on like the windowsill and like stick in like the grass and shit. That's like, this home is protected by blah, 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 blah. That's what you have over your life. That's what you have over your energy. Some of you are walking into the boardroom. You're walking into your job. You're walking into your workplace. As if people are out to get you or somebody's gonna undermine you. You're gonna be at risk in your job. Blah, 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 blah. Instead, you need to be walking around with your head held high because hundreds and thousands of your closest motherfucking ancestors are stepping in front of you, to the side of you, to the other side of you, behind you. And when I tell you they wish a motherfucker would, the message coming through for you, pound number 3, is that you're safe. And it's safe to be unique. And this is another big one. Sometimes spiritual online practitioners, spiritualists online, whatever, can be a little braggadocious. And sometimes they can talk a little shit and write checks that they really can't cash, you know? And that is true. But what we can learn from them is that there is power in having confidence in your team. And the way that they've been putting it into perspective for me is, if me, Nath Hughes, if I was the ancestor and my great-great-granddaughter in the year 3000, word to the Jonas Brothers, if my great-great-granddaughter was dealing with some shit in her life, and she was like, oh, I don't know if I'm going to be able to overcome this. Oh, I don't know if my ancestors will show up for me. I don't know if they're strong enough to handle this. I don't know if they're strong enough to deal with this. I'd be incredibly fucking insulted. As an ancestor, I would be incredibly fucking insulted. Because personally, Grandma Nat stays ready so she doesn't have to get ready. My great-great-grandchildren hear stories of me. They're going to say, one thing you need to know about your great-great-grandmother, Nath Hughes, was that bitch didn't play. Was that bitch wanted all the smoke. She stayed ready so she didn't have to get ready. 24/7, 365 days in a year. Around the clock, from dusk till dawn. That's what they'll say about me. And when one of my descendants needs something, baby, you don't have to call. You don't have to call. I already did it. Oh, Grandma, I need help with. I already did it. I already took care of it. Period. Tu velo. Because that's who I am and that's how I roll. And so there's power in having confidence in your spirituality. There's power in having confidence in your spiritual team. You need to get into that energy of, I have ancestors and they don't fucking play about me. For a while at the beginning of my spiritual journey, I dealt with fear. Because like I said, there's a lot of spiritualists that are, oh, I'm so powerful. Bah, 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 bah. First of all, never met a bitch who could take me. I won't start naming names, but you know that I want to, and you know that I will. Let's not go there. That's not what this is about. That's not what this is about. Never been afraid. Except, well, there was a time when I was afraid. So I was really afraid because, you know, I'm a new spiritualist. I'm a new psychic medium. I'm new at practicing magic and all of these things. And I was really scared because everybody else is talking about their spirit teams and they're so powerful and all of this stuff. And that feeling of insecurity creates unsafety, creates an opening for people to fuck with you, for people to bully you. You walk around the world differently when you have mace and pepper spray or the capacity to defend yourself. So there's power in having a connection and a relationship with your ancestors where me today, my relationship with my angels and my ancestors and my spirits after everything that I've been through, when I say you don't want it with me, I'm not saying that because I'm just talking shit. I'm saying that because I know how resilient I am. I'm saying that because I know how resilient my family is. I'm saying that because I know how we show up. And I know that at the end of the day, if we want to have a conversation about spiritual warfare, I don't know how powerful you are. I don't know what kind of spirits you have, but I know that you can't outlast me. I go on and on. Can't understand how I last so long. I'm the fucking Energizer Bunny. I don't die. I multiply. I was tired. I was supposed to be taking a break in the month of July. My spirits told me to get up and get my ass to work. And what have I been doing? Going live at least once a day, every single day, Monday through motherfucking Friday. But at the beginning of the month, I was tired. Thought I was going to take a month off. Don't give me an opportunity to test my strength, because I'll take it. And I'll learn, and I'll grow, and I'll get stronger, and I'll overcome. And unfortunately, crazy scorpionic bitch like me, I might lose a battle. I'll never lose the war. Which is why I prefer to be a pacifist, because I know her. I know that's who I am. I know that's how I am. And so that intimacy with myself, and that intimacy with my spirits, and that trust, and that confidence. You think I don't give up? My angels, my ancestors, the way they are behind me? Baby, you'll never know a day of peace. It's not smart for anybody to try it with me. You know what I mean? Just because of who we are and how we are. And because of that, I can walk around the world with a level of confidence and a level of safety and security that I didn't have when I was a baby practitioner. Going, oh my God, but she said that her ancestors don't play about her. And what if I say something that insults her, and then she's not going to like me, and then maybe it's just going to ruin her life, and maybe her grandma's going to beat me up. No offense, but fuck you and your grandma. Fuck it. You want to go? Let's find out. Let's find out. Let's find out. Bring your baddest bitch out. Bring your baddest bitch out. Because when I start talking about my family's lore, and when I start talking about my family's history, and when I start talking about who we are, and I start talking about what we do, and I start talking about what we've been through, and I start getting tuned in, tapped in, turned on, baby, please. We lived through chattel slavery. There's nothing about anything that another human being in the year 2024, 2025, 20 anything. There's nothing that a human being could do today that would ever be allowed to put fear in my heart. And because I have that mentality, because I also have the mentality of a winner. What does it mean to be a Scorpio? What does it mean to be a Mars-ruled person? Mars rules war, but it's also strategy, especially when it's Scorpionic. That means not only do I have the energy and the stamina and the power to win, I have the mindset to win. You can't whoop my ass because I have the mindset that I'm a motherfucking winner. Did I say you couldn't throw a punch? No. Did I say you couldn't land a punch? No. But I said you can't beat my ass. I said you'll never win this war. And that's how I win. And that's how I've never lost. And that's why when I stand up and say, did you want to fight? The answer is always, actually, well, no. Well, on second thought, no. That's what the energy needs to be. Pile number 3. You need to talk your shit. You need to connect with your ancestors, and you need to connect with your spirits. You might have a different strength than me and my ancestors and my energy and my spirits. The way that I work magic, and the way that I protect, and the way that I protect myself and create things for myself and defend myself might be completely different than you and your family and what's going to work for you. That's why you strengthen that connection and relationship with your ancestors. You call on them. You let them show up for you. You develop that relationship and you let them teach you how to fight. You let them teach you how to protect yourself. I'm talking spiritually, maybe even physically, emotionally, and mentally. I learned this and I got this way over the course of several years and several silly bitches. So you go be great. You be who you are. You show up authentically. You be lovely. You be your unique fucking self. And if they don't like it, they can really suck a dick. You don't need them to like you for you to succeed. I don't care what they told you. Go listen to the Naked and Noisy Manifestation Tools for the Professional Woman podcast. I've made several episodes about that shit. You don't need them to like you to succeed. You are the creator of your reality. You're also the child of the Most High God. You were created on purpose. You are not an accident. If God needed you to be more palatable for you to fulfill your soul's purpose and mission, he would have made your ass more palatable to certain people. But guess who's not palatable to every motherfucking body? So what does that mean? It either means you can't succeed or it means they don't have to like you for your ass to win. And I'm willing to bet that it's the second option. I'm willing to bet that you don't have to be like them or look like them or talk like them or be from where they are or have the same education as them or blah, 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 blah. I'm willing to bet that you don't have to be exactly like them in order to succeed. I'm willing to bet that God created you on purpose to stand out. Hello, unicorn. And God gave you every single thing that you needed inside of you in order to succeed. That's what they're saying. And if they don't like it, if they don't like your delivery, if they don't like the way you speak, they don't like the sound of your voice, they don't like your idea, say, I've got a graveyard I can send you to. Oh, let me say that again. I mean, I have a graveyard I think you should visit. Not permanently. But, send them to where your spirits are. Send them to the complaint department. Send them to the heavenly HR. And let the ancestors handle it. Do you understand what I'm saying? I'm saying you're walking this path. You're fulfilling your destiny. Be who you are. There are people who are going to fuck with you. They're going to be in love with you. We better not catch you watering down your personality. We better not catch you pretending to be something that you're not. Because then they're going to get on your ass. And if they're speaking through me in a video, you already know I'm going to get on your ass. Don't let me catch you faking. That's lame. Be who you are. Stand out. It is safe to be who you are and stand out. And if they don't like it, then they're not the person or the company or the whatever that's going to help you to reach your destiny. And another person will come. Another friendship will come. Another lover will come. Do you hear what I'm saying to you? If you hear me and you understand me, comment down below. I hear you and I understand you. Okay, Pal 3? I love you. I hope this resonated with you. Check out the How to Receive course. My courses are all linked in the description box. Check out the free resource library. If you want more help in mindset manifestation tools, check out that podcast. Episodes are published to my YouTube as well. So go look at those videos, y'all. It's good shit. I highly recommend it. And with that being said, I'm going to get off of here. I'm going to take a shower and I'm going to take my ass to bed. I love, love, love you. And I'll talk to you in the next reading.